everybody, Torgal here, and welcome to Season 5 on FTOG. And Mistaken is making sure I don't forget to introduce her first. That's why she's right in my face. Welcome, everybody. We starting this today, and it's going to be on a new mod pack we put together called the QUANTUS mod pack. And I'll explain to you guys about that in a second. But first, let me introduce everybody that could make it here today. Mistaken, everybody.
Hello.
Back. How many seasons ago did you join us?
2.
In Infinity, right? Yeah.
In Infinity, yes.
Yeah. Brandon is joining us again. Hi, Brandon. Say hi now.
Sorry, I didn't have my push to talk.
And everybody is super happy that Renovate is joining us again for another season.
What's up, guys?
Been around the longest. Oh,
What's
yeah.
up? Oh, yeah.
Toddy the Body is back.
What's happening?
All right. Non-Sanity.
Hello.
Yay, he's got the emote down. All right, Grok.
Oh, yeah.
Grok
Howdy,
the chicken
folks.
farmer.
Before we start, I've got several pages of duck poetry I'd like to read to everybody.
All right,
Oh,
and next
no.
is Archie Shaw.
What's going on? I hope you're having a good day.
What's up, TDs?
What's going on, dude?
I don't like to say the whole name. That's too long, man.
No, that's why I go by TDC.
Yeah. Link the Killer, the
What's
cow
up?
farmer. Well, no, you're not allowed to cow farm. No cow farms for you.
Okay.
And we got, well, actually, Relic. Hi, Relic.
Hello. Hello. Oh,
Thank you
sorry.
for the smack. I appreciate it. And we got 2 new faces that you guys seen in the UHC that we did here a couple of months back. Sheridan
Hi, yep.
and to Asgard.
Hey guys.
All right, you guys kind of look young and hip. With, you know that? What is that in the back there?
We're like little kids.
It's a
Is
hoodie.
that supposed to be a hoodie?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so QUANTUS mod pack. It's a little bit different than what we have played in the past. It is somewhat a kitchen sink mod pack, but it is era-based. Because the whole idea behind it is, how many times have you guys played on a server, and after only 2 weeks, some people are already bored that you play with because they already have quintuple ore processing, and they're done, and they never show up again. So we said we're going to set up eras. There's 8 eras. We're starting today with the coal era, and a lot of mods are blocked until we open up the era. So for example, the coal era is going to for us last 1 week. Next weekend we're going to kill the Ender Dragon pretty much in vanilla style because that's all we have available. And then we move on to the Iron Age and so on, which opens up, for example, then Tinker's Construct, Tinker IO, Iron Chests, Storage Drawers, to name a few, and so on and so on. I don't want to go through all the eras. You can read up on it on the mod pack description, or the peeps will tell you in their videos. Now, important is that even though some mods are blocked, there's a few items that are craftable from the beginning. So, for example, actually additions doesn't open up until tech or industrial era. I forgot now. So that's 4 or 5 eras down the line. But, for example, something like the crafting table on a stick, which is a useful tool, is allowed from the beginning. And other things like the sound muffler from extra utilities and so on. But I don't want to list them all. I'll let the people do that. Now, last thing I want to talk about is the rain. No. This is actually not the world spawn, but we moved the world spawn here before we get going. There is a waypoint out there. You see 725 meters. That's a village that we're going to. That is the actual world spawn if you guys play on the seed. And I'm going to show the seed real quick. You can either type in QUANTUS-FTOG-5 or this number over here, whichever you want. Both of them work. And that makes you guys the same seat that we're on, and you will spawn over there where we're going to. But we wanted to make sure that we don't keep it chunk loaded, because in the past we just learned that once people build more and then they move out of spawn, everything stays loaded. So we've moved it out here, and we have some people that are probably going to build some farms out here. This guy for sure. I don't want to spoil anything. And I guess the big surprise is we are not using anything like Biomes of Plenty or any of that. We're playing with vanilla biomes because Biomes of Plenty causes too many lately. So we decided not to use it, but we are using amplified terrain, which I'm super excited about. It looks amazing. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So much fall damage.
Let's get going, huh? That was enough talking.
Oh, yeah.
So let's get out of here. And I'll meet you guys over there.
Alright, dudes. So, new season, new start. This is going to be awesome, man. So, I am super excited for this pack. So, this has been a couple of days after that first start that we all did. And I've gotten a little bit of work done around here. Just trying to head start this series a little bit more instead of showing off a bunch of grindiness. Because, I mean, basically right now it is vanilla. There are a few things, like we got Baggins' bags, we've got, you know, sleeping bags, and a few other mods available to us. But after this weekend is kind of when the real fun starts. So I think this weekend they are planning on killing the Ender Dragon and getting things going there. Unfortunately, I will not be there for this weekend. I've got a bunch of other stuff going on. It's my birthday on Friday, so I'm going to be doing some family stuff and kind of hanging out with some friends and all that this weekend. So I'll have to miss the dragon fight, but I will be back very soon after that. So, but yeah, just around the kind of the spawn area here, I have been doing a little bit of things. I set up a community farm here. I don't know how much people have actually been getting use out of this, but I've been collecting all this stuff just for whatever we need it for later on. Lots of string. We got some of this hemp stuff from immersive engineering, even though we can't use it yet, and all that kind of good stuff. Where are you? I see you. I know you're around here somewhere. But yeah, one of the other things that I did is I set up an AFK fish farm, and we'll go take a look at that here in just a little bit. So my idea with the fish farm is I wanted to try to get mending, and I wanted everybody else to have the opportunity to get mending as well, because mending comes in very useful. I love the mending enchantment, and it makes a huge difference in this game, especially starting out. So what I did here is I just set up this little AFK fish farm. It's my old design. Oh, what is going on? Weird. A little bit of lag or something, I guess. But it's the old design that I had in my single player world, but since we are in 1.11.2 in my single player world, that one no longer works. But since this mod pack is 1.10.2, this design works great. So I have been having no problems, except the fishing in modded Minecraft is a little bit different. We've got all kinds of stuff in here, and this is not exactly what we want. So we got a bunch of these raw fish from Pam's Harvest Craft, and it's okay because they craft down into normal raw fish if you need them. But it's just, there's so many different things to catch, and it kind of minimizes the chances of getting good and useful things. So we got a Power 3 book, great, that's cool. We got 3 puffer fish, that's okay. We got a bunch of boots. We got 3 name tags, which that's pretty handy if anybody on the server needs name tags or anything like that. I'm just going to leave those here. One of the other things I guess is kind of useful is these jellyfish. They craft down into slime balls, so if we need slime balls for anything, we got that. But yeah, so as far as like getting straight mending books or stuff with mending on it, it's very, very small. I did get a mending 3 unbreaking 3, or a mending unbreaking 3 fishing rod, which is going to be really handy for AFKing at this thing. I AFK'd last night just until the server kicked me off pretty much. And we got that, so I guess it was kind of worth it, but we still got a lot of AFKing to do. So I'd like to get this fully repaired using XP, but we don't have a way of getting XP really, just besides killing mobs here on the server right now. But other than that, I built this. I just needed a way to get up to my house, so I decided to go ahead and build like this huge platform staircase thing. And we're having some lag today or something. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm downloading something in the background. Oh, that's why. Nonsanity was joining. But yeah, so I'm set up over here in this cave. There's nothing special. I haven't really spent too much time up here. I've been working on the fish farm and just kind of doing a bunch of mining and different things like that. So we've got some stuff to work with. Those chests are both empty because I just reorganized. That's my tool chest here, as it's purely like plainly labeled because I have this thing, and I was telling Non about this. This is a really cool way to move mobs around. If we can find some here in a little bit, I'll show you how it works. But we got our mob drops, and we got all the different blocks over there, and then in here I've got the goodies, and then a bunch of ores and stuff like that. I'm trying to hang on to most of them because after we kill the Ender Dragon this weekend, it unlocks Tinker's Smeltery, or Tinker's Construct, and then once we get the Smeltery, I believe that we can double our ores, if not triple them. I'm not really sure what the setting is on the server. But we got all these different like little cubby holes and stuff like that up here in this cave, and I just thought it was kind of a cool spot to set up. So I still got some cleaning to do around here just to kind of make it look a little bit nicer, but I think all in all this is going to be pretty awesome. So that is pretty much all that I've got done here on the server so far. And I plan on doing a lot more. And it's really good to be back with the FTOG crew, man. I'm not going to lie. It's a lot of fun hanging out with these guys, and I'm glad to be back. So hopefully this time, I think I will be able to catch up with them. When they started the Avant 3 mod pack, I didn't have the time. I think I was real busy at work or something like that, or we were focused on some other series and all that. And so by the time that I felt like I was ready to play modded Minecraft, I was so far behind, and that kind of ruined it for me. I didn't feel like it was going to be fun just playing catch up to everybody else like that. And yeah, so hopefully we don't fall too far behind this time around, but it should be pretty cool. So this is our spawn center. I'm not sure how much of the intro I'm going to include in what is this? Oh, it's just placed on the ground with Draconic Evolution. Okay. If we press P on the ground with Draconic Evolution, you can place things on the walls or floor or ceiling or wherever you want to put them. So that's pretty handy. I forgot about that, but it looked like it was growing for a second. It's kind of strange. But yeah, so this is the tower that Thor set up before the season even started. So he came over here, loaded up this whole map. I think he flew around pretty much our entire radius that we're trying to keep to on the server. So from this point here, I think this is like the center part, the center mark. From this mark here, we can go 750 blocks in any direction. So it's basically like a big sphere or square in any direction that we can go 750 blocks. There's no border, but we're just trying to keep the server size down, or like the file size of the server down. That way it doesn't cause any issues or anything like that. And you're probably thinking that, well, that may be kind of, you know, kind of dumb. But if we go through here, and on the inside of this portal, we have a button that takes us over to the mining world. And the mining world is essentially just a different overworld. It's a separate overworld with all the structures, dungeons, loot, all kinds of stuff that we could ever want. But it's all set up here. So you can see this is basically just a normal overworld, nothing special. It's just the same old, same old. And it just allows us to use this world for mining and tearing up and doing whatever else we need to do. And if it ever needs to get reset, nobody has anything built here. And, you know, it's no problem. So that's kind of the cool thing there. I really like the idea of having a mining world available to us at the start, because we don't have to have, you know, like a bunch of crisscross strip mines and stuff like down at the bottom bound by bedrock and all that kind of stuff. So it saves us a little bit of hassle in the beginning. But yeah, so one of the things I really need to do is, I think tonight after this episode, or after I get done recording, I'm just going to go mining, because I need a lot more iron. I need a lot more resources and stuff like that. Building blocks especially, because I want to do some building. And yeah, that's kind of what we got going on. So I think what we're going to do today is we need to do some crop hunting, because my first big project that I would like to try to do here on the server is I'd like to try to set up a pizza shop. Because if you take a look in Pam's Harvest Craft, if you look at pizza I said, there's a couple of different types here. We have just normal pizza, and it does 5 hunger haunches. We have supreme pizza, and it does a little bit more. And then we have the meat fest pizza, and this guy does almost full hunger, I think. So how many is that? That is 9 hunger haunches, and we have what, 10? So it's almost full hunger, and I think this is going to be pretty awesome if we can get this all set up. So we need a couple of different things. We got to make pepperoni, which is pork, ginger, bell pepper, and salt. I think it's all the same thing, isn't it? I guess this can kind of change. I think I have the spice leaf, but if we come back, we need the cooked duck or cooked turkey, just basically cooked chicken. So that'll be fine. The steak, and then the pork sausage, which is just more cooked pork chops with salt and ginger or some sort of spices and stuff like that. And then what is the other thing? Pepperoni we already looked at. The dough. So we're going to need the dough. This is like barley flour, salt, or wheat flour, and all this kind of stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into this. So we basically are going to have to set up some farms and start hoarding all of this stuff, and then start crafting all of that. So I think once we have all the ingredients set up, we're going to have to take a look at cooking for blockheads, which is one of the mods that is installed in this pack, because I believe what that mod allows us to do is chunk everything into our cabinets or chests or something like that, and then we can just like single click everything together. and it's basically like a kitchen set. So that's kind of the idea or the plan that I have anyway. So we'll see how well it works out, but we need to get some of the raw ingredients first. So let's see, maybe I have everything already, but I don't think that I do. So we still need tomatoes, and then what do we need for cheese? It's just milk, right? And we can use the bowl of milk from cows using the Druidry mod, which is handy. But I think maybe that's it. Maybe we just need tomatoes. Oh, we need bell pepper too. Okay, so bell pepper and tomatoes is what we're looking for. So in here I said we have some windy gardens. Now I don't know if this is what we need, but we're gonna try. So you can basically you can like pick these things up while you're out traveling around, because if you keep breaking them you just get a ton of different ingredients. But if you shift left click, you actually get the whole plant back, which is cool. So just makes for easy storing and easy travel. And I don't think that we're gonna get, oh, what is that? We got bell pepper. Okay, so there's one. Now we just need tomato, and I don't think that we're gonna get a tomato from this. Maybe if we're super lucky, but I don't think we're going to. There's another bell pepper. Got some peanuts. Last one, yeah, no bell pepper. So little unfortunate there, or no tomato, but we did get our bell pepper, so that's nice. So we will go ahead and toss that in there, and then all of this other stuff. Actually, hey, hi, where are you? I don't know where he's at. All this other stuff, I'm just gonna toss in one of these chests here, just in case anybody else needs something for different ingredients or something like that. So we'll just kind of keep those handy. And I need to make another sword. My sword broke. Let's grab some more pork chops just so we have a little bit more. And then I think that we are just going to head off into the... Actually, we're going to go take a look just kind of around this area, because this is all amplified terrain, and I want to show you guys how awesome it looks. It's so cool, man. Our spawn area here is amazing. Oh, there's non-sanity down there. The spawn area here is fantastic, and I think the idea that we're going for is we don't really want to get rid of the trees if we don't have to, and we're going to try to build up. So we want everything to look kind of overgrown for the most part, and then we also want a lot of vertical buildings, so like stuff built on the side of mountains and the trees and all kinds of other stuff like that. So I think it's going to be really cool once we actually get this place well lived in. Right now everybody's kind of just starting out. We don't really have a lot of stuff done around here. We've got just kind of our little hidey holes set up. I think I've got that built, and then I think Link has a chicken farm or a chicken cooker over here somewhere. Yeah, here's a chicken farm. Is there any chickens in here? There's a few chickens. Not much. I think we're still waiting on everything to grow. But yeah, so we got those going. Ooh, tropical gardens. I wonder whose those are. I wonder if those have tomatoes. Can we look at tomato? This thing. It doesn't say. Futomuki? I have no idea what that is either. That's a bunch of other stuff. Maybe it's a type of sushi or something. But yeah, so as far as all the other stuff built on the server, I don't think there's too much happening yet. So there's Nan's place there, and I think this is the pathway up to Link's place, and he's done something really cool over here with chisel and bits, I think it is. Yeah, chisel and bits. So he's got like this cool like tunnel thing going off over to his, and Renovate's base, I believe, is who he's bunking with over there. But yeah, everybody's kind of scattered about. I know Toddy is in the mountain opposite of me, so I'm up there, and I believe he's like right up over there somewhere. And then Thor is kind of set up back there, I believe. And then I don't know, it's kind of hard to see everybody's base around here, but I know that people are here because I can see them on the mini map every now and then. But other than that, I think it's pretty cool. So anyways, I'm gonna get out of this little canyon area here, since we don't really have a good path. It's just a lot of jumping around in the leaves and trees and stuff. So I'm gonna get out of here to kind of more of an open spot, and then I'll kind of show you what we got going on. Well, I guess that's not much better, is it? Yeah, I got somebody's build behind me. I think it's Toddy's, but I don't think he's shown it off on video yet, so I don't want to spoil anything, because that's his old crop farm down there. Or I say old crop farm. It's just down below. I thought he was down there, but there's something on top of this hill that I don't want to give away. But yeah, so here's the middle of spawn right there. So you can just kind of see everything that we got going on around here, man. There's so many cool spots to try to build. And I'm thinking if nobody... It actually looks like somebody's building there. That all looks cleared out, doesn't it? Yeah, so that one's taken. Maybe if that's not too difficult to get to, that would be a really cool spot to set up all the crops and farms and stuff like that, because along with getting everything that we need for pizza, I also want to set up just some crop farms for everybody to use, like the Pam's Harvest Craft stuff. I just like, it's probably pretty useless, but it would just be cool to have all those crops on hand if we ever need them for anything. So that's kind of what I want to do, is just get something set up. It doesn't have to be anything crazy fancy or anything like that, but I would like it to look nice. But it's just got to house all the different crops and stuff like that. So I don't think it can be that bad or that difficult to do, but we'll see kind of what happens. Now, who would cut this tree here and just leave it? That tree is now pretty lopsided. It's going to fall over. It needs all 4 trunks for support. How rude. But, alright, well, we're going to head to the mining world, and we will see if we can find some tomatoes. Alright, well, we are in the mining world, trying to find the stock garden. That's the garden that the tomatoes grow in, but I have yet to find one. I found lots of the winding gardens, the one that we had already that we broke, but no tomatoes there. So I'm hoping, I'm killing all these guys so I can get the XP, just so I can heal my bow, or my fishing rod, not bow, so we can use it for some AFK work later on tonight, if we need to. So just that way it's fully healed. But I found this garden, the shaded garden, but I'm pretty positive that doesn't grow in that one. So we got to figure out where these stock gardens grow. Now, I think it's a little bit different than it used to be. I swear they used to be... Looks like somebody's been here. There's so much stuff. What are these? A bean. Random things. I have no idea. But, yeah, I think these stock gardens used to kind of grow... I thought they grew in the field, or the plains biomes, but we just ran through a plains biome and I didn't see anything. So maybe in the mountain biome. We're in the extreme hills right now, so I'm hoping that we can find something, but it's getting a little tedious. I asked on Sanity if he had any tomatoes, and he has no tomatoes. Nobody has tomatoes. So we're gonna have to find our own, but once we find one, then we can actually grow them using the seeds, and we can just get a bunch. So that's all we need, man. We just gotta find one tomato. Oh, and real quick, oh, do I bring it? I may have put it away. Dang it, I forgot it. I was going to show you the mob mover thing that I have, but I don't have it on me right now. So, you know what that means, cow? You get to heal my fishing rod. You too. A soggy garden. I don't know what that is, but it sounds gross. Alright guys, so it is the shady gardens that have tomatoes. I decided to go ahead and break one, and we got it on the very first try here. And then I started breaking all the other ones just to see what we could get. So it seems like you have a chance of getting all of this stuff from the same gardens. So maybe we didn't even need to find certain gardens or not, but I swear that we've gotten like beans and spice leaves and zucchini and all this other stuff from the other gardens that we broke, the windy gardens and all that. So I don't know what the deal is, but maybe just the information is a little bit old on the wiki. But yeah, so we have our tomatoes now, so we can actually start growing and getting ready for this pizza stuff. It's going to be fantastic. We do need to run back to our place real quick to grab our mob mover, so we can come back and we can grab some cows and some pigs, since we're going to need both of those. And I'm hoping that maybe we could snag some of the cooked chicken from Link's farm as one of the ingredients. Maybe he can be like the producer, you know, like I buy the chicken off of him for our inventory for that month or something like that. So we'll see. Maybe he wants to do something like that, but doesn't really seem like there's enough chickens in here. Because if we're going to feed everybody on the server pizza, then we're going to need a lot more chicken. So we'll see what happens. Let's go drop some stuff off real quick, and then I'll check out, I'll show you guys the mob mover thing. Well, I'm trying to think, maybe we should I don't know where we want to put the cows and pigs. We could set up like a community thing, but I'm also going to be using it and killing them a lot, so I don't want to take from everybody else. So I'm wondering, check that out. There was a, I think it's a spider spawner. Did anybody take the spawner that was in here? No. I don't know what kind of, or I don't know what mod adds this in here, but this is one of the coolest dungeons I've seen ever. It looks really, really cool. But I don't know if it was like a special type of mob spawner or something like that. Somebody came in here and raided pretty much everything already, but I don't know, it's kind of cool that it was just like right up here on the side of the mountain. But yeah, I don't know where we want to set up these farms, because we need cows and we need pigs, and then hopefully Link can fulfill the chickens maybe. But I don't know, maybe we should just dig a hole or something like that and just have them kind of set up. But I don't want them to, live a bad life. I'd like to have them in a nice green area, someplace where they can enjoy the sunshine and all that kind of stuff before, they get slaughtered. So maybe up here we could clear all this out or something and just have some like temporary farms for the meantime. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Oh, check this out. This is druidry. You can punch the sticks or punch the leaves with your hand and they come back. It'll give you the sticks and everything that's in there. See if we can get another one. It'll give you the good stuff that you want from trees without actually damaging the leaves. But you see the little green particles, that means the leaves are growing back. So eventually you could punch them again and like potentially get more sticks out of it. So, I don't know. There we go. We got another stick without actually breaking the leaves. So, it's kind of a cool mod. There's not a whole lot to it. To be honest, I think Toddy is messing around with it a little bit. But there's some way that you can go to like a different dimension with it. So, that's kind of interesting. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess there's some other stuff you can do with it. But, yeah, I guess I'm just going to clear out this area up here. We're going to set up some temporary farms. And eventually we will move them. But I do want to make some temporary farms here, so for one I can get food, and two we can get started on this pizza stuff. So let me spend a little bit of time here clearing all this out and we'll be right back. Alright, well, we're just gonna use what I have. I have no resources, man, right now for any kind of building at all, which stinks. So we're just gonna do kind of like a mix match thing here, and eventually we will come back and make this all look much better, but we'll just have to make do for now. So I'm going to stick these guys over here in kind of this little corner area. So we'll have pigs on this side, and we'll have cows on the other side, or something like that. So we'll see. We'll start the fences here. Let's just see. I'm using that kind of as design. So it'll be a little cramped, but it will get better in time. We'll probably actually put the cows over there, and then put the pigs over here on this side. So what we want to do, let's go ahead and knock this out here, and we'll knock this guy out on this side. And we can go get our sheep or our pigs and cows now. So they shouldn't be able to get out of here on that side, but I am kind of worried about mobs getting in here. So hopefully that doesn't happen either. So yeah, let's head back to the mining dimension, and then we can use this summoning pendulum from random things. Oh, this is all the creepers, man. I just need cows. Oh no. Everybody's here. Alright, so we got the pig right here. All you gotta do is shift right click with this guy and it sucks him up, man. How cool is that? And so if you're asking where you can find one of these things, I found it in a dungeon. While I was doing a little bit of mining, I found it there. And I didn't know what it was at first, and I actually had to look it up because I couldn't figure out what it was. I was just sitting here doing like... Whoa, what is that? Is it just because it's empty, I guess? I'd never heard that noise before. Interesting. But yeah, so you can hold up to 5 mobs in this at a time. So like, excuse me, I had to cough. We can hold 5 mobs in it, and I'm wondering if we can mix the mobs too. Let's see. Can we pick up a sheep now, or does it all have to be the same? Ooh. Oh, they can be different. Okay. So we're going to let the sheep go, and then we're just going to grab 2 pigs, and then we just need to grab 2 cows as well. And then we can just start breeding those guys up. So, oh, what is this? This is the druidry thing. Apparently, I don't know whose this is. Hopefully I'm not spoiling anything. We're not going to look at it anymore. But apparently you can like summon like little fairies or something like that. I don't really know what druidry is all about, but we'll have to take a look at it soon. So, yeah, let's just go find a couple of cows. There got to be some around here somewhere. And we are pretty much all done, man. All we got to do is just head back home and drop them off. Okay, we made it. Now, we got to get these guys out of here. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop everybody off in this pen. Alright, so there's pigs. There's a cow. Is it going to drop off a cow again? Alright, we need you. You stay in there. Give me this. Put you over there. No! Okay, so all that's left in here is pigs. We can take that cow. Put you back over here. There we go. So now we've got all of our future meats for pizza. I'm sorry to refer to you guys as meat, but that's what you are. Yeah. Stop looking at me. I can't take it. But I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up the episode here for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure you go check out everybody else that is playing on the server. There's links to everybody in the description down below. So make sure you go check them out. Subscribe. Hit that like button on all their videos. Hit that like button on my video. And I will see you guys next time for some more Quantus. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And I will see you next time. Alright? Thanks so much for watching. Peace. Man, I really wish we had a Lytra. It'd be so fun to just kind of cruise around here.
Ouch.